Hey there. My name is Anthony
Hi,
Lopez.
hi, I'm Tommy Rigoli.
All right, Tommy.
Yep,
I'll play along.
and we're doing I don't even know what we can call this.
Oh shit, we did all this and we have yet to think of a name.
Well, Sonic the Comic, the podcast, I guess, unless there's already one laying down. Whatever. Yeah, Sonic Comic Podcast. Boom, generic like that.
How about like the title Sonic the Comic, Sonic the Podcast.
Okay, we'll go with that. We're turning pages with Sonic. Whatever. We'll think about that later. Basically, this
No,
is
I
the
got cheese. I
podcast.
got cheese. I got cheesier one.
Oh,
I
you
got
do?
yes. Supersonic page tuner.
I love it.
All right, I'm writing that down. Supersonic page turner.
Yep. And in this podcast, we'll talk about we'll talk about probably every issue of the British Sonic comic, and then maybe other Sonic, maybe the French one. That's only 2 issues,
Yep.
and maybe just maybe I don't know. It'll depend on future episodes. We might get to Archie and IDW. I don't know. Maybe that's like in the deep future. But
Yeah. Do you want to open Pandora's box with that? Uh,
you know what? I do. I want to get that Penders all over me.
that's gross. But yeah, that's also you were talking about. You like throwing yourself in the front line. Anyways, let's get it moving on. So what we did recently was that we read issues 1 through 8, correct?
Yep.
And they're supposed to be roughly based off of Sonic 1 and 2. You'll find out why. And with issue 8 being an origin for this version's of Sonic. Um,
Yeah.
so let's start with the issue 1.
Yep.
Uh,
Issue one. Let's
yep.
look at that. Let's look at that cover. We got a Sonic running right at us. This was part of a magazine, so we have to understand all the other stuff here. But you know what? It tells you what you're gonna get. You get Sonic, he's coming right at you, and it tells you the other stuff that aren't Sonic.
Yeah. Man, Shinobi, Golden Axe, and more.
Yeah, I've played all of those, and my favorite game was and more. Now let's continue.
Oh,
Um,
is that a level within Comic Zone?
yeah.
Oh God.
It's right over there with Alex Kidd.
Okay, okay, come on, dial that back.
I won't. Okay, so we're gonna start, and let me look. Let me get to my notes for issue one, which is 5 pages. What the heck did I write? Oh no, sorry, that was for issue to bleed into the other issues. I was like, damn, I must have a lot to say for issue one.
Yeah, I was gonna say issue 1 is only 5 pages.
All right, so this is so I personally know about the British Sonic comic recently. I kind of read ahead towards the end right now, but my friend here, Anthony, he has not read them.
No, I've always so as some background, I'm technically more familiar with Archie, but I didn't start Archie until like maybe issue 190, 193, 192. I want to say around there.
Oh, so you didn't get into the early Archie.
No,
Oh,
no. We'll get
the
to.
great.
I'll get to that though. I around there. That was when they chased Scourge into his world, and then they met Bunny or that world's Bunny with AIDS. I'm sorry, Nids, with Nids. Um,
Yeah,
and
AIDS in your brain,
AIDS in your spinal cord.
and that well, it could be in your brain. It is neuro.
Yes, it is. Oh God. Anyways, so I followed that, and I try to follow it pretty not religiously, but like as much as I could. And things changed. I moved around, and I lost contact. But obviously, I still try to follow it online. Around that time, I decided to to backwards go back on it and to read into it. Um, I guess technically, now that I think about it, my first real exposure to the Archie comics was Sonic Mega Collection. In there, you
Oh,
have
all the covers.
all the covers and art gallery with that very beautiful music. That's It's very serenic. Anyways, you see all the covers and stuff like that, and I'm looking at the covers. I'm like, man, this artwork's amazing. Like, man, look at all these amazing adventures going on. And then you learn very quickly that like when you actually go back, none of the covers actually
How are
match
those
what's going
covers
on.
look nicer than what's inside?
Yeah, it was it was kind of disappointing. But I did read earlier Archie later on. I'm still missing a gap because not everything is done. Like I haven't read everything up until the where I was, but I read up on a lot of main events and stuff like that. I mean, like I haven't read like Adventures or whatever and stuff like that. But I'm aware of them. And as for the British Sonic, never touched it. I know of it because everyone's familiar with the infamous Fleetway Supersonic, which is the evil Supersonic that's like a Dr. Jekyll and Hyde with Sonic for the longest time. Uh, Everyone's familiar with that, and honestly, that's kind of like how I heard about it. I don't know. I guess I never really bothered to read it because like I never liked the radical chain designs that the characters had. Like I didn't like how Sonic looked in Sonic the Comic, especially by I forget the main guy's the main
I'm
artist.
looking.
It's like Steve something, isn't it? Or Stephen?
He did like we'll get to him. He shows up in like when we get to the Supersonic story. He becomes like the major known artist
Yeah,
of Sonic the comic.
he's like the British version of Tracy Yardley, which is weird saying. Um, but he
It's
has
like
his own.
how Nigel Kitchen is like the British version of Ian Flynn.
Yeah. I mean, like he has his own unique art style. It works, but like I don't know, like I don't like his Sonic.
I
I
can
don't.
kind of agree with you.
Mm.
His later Sonic, I would say, is kind of the eyebrows, the brow
Oh
really gets
yeah,
it.
he really emphasizes it, and it's like I don't like it. And then
That
when he becomes quote unquote Adventure Sonic, or modern Sonic with the green eyes, it turns me off even more because the shoes don't really change.
Yeah, that perpetual scowl, as I used to call it, that Sonic got.
Yeah. Anyways,
Then again,
that's my background. Let's go into issue one of.
oh wait, really quick, let me just do mine.
Oh
How
yeah.
I got introduced to British Sonic. Yeah, I'm also here, but yeah, how I got introduced into British Sonic.
Oh, thank
I
God you
always,
warranted that. I was afraid I was talking to myself.
yeah, but I was actually introduced to Sonic to one of the Genesis collections for the Xbox that I found at like I think it was a Rite Aid for cheap. But but after that, I kind of knew. But I also got the Mega Plus where I saw the Sonic covers, and I would go to a and I'm actually was big into comics. We'll go to a comic book store and like see the issues of it. Until one day I decided, you know what, I'm gonna pick it up. It was the Archie Sonic, and I started to read, and then I started at like the issue where probably around the issue where Scourge too,
Really?
and started and kept reading, and also got like the Secret Freedom Fighters and stuff like that. Eventually, how I learned about the British comic was I typed in Sonic comic book retrospective in YouTube, and there was this guy called, I think his name was Black Dog. Was it Brew? Something like that. But he had like this Sonic the Comic retrospective, and it was a long retrospective, like 20 something parts or something. And he talked about the whole history of Sonic the Comic. And I thought it was the Archie comic for a while, and then I actually read it. I was like, oh no, the British comic had its own separate universe. And always knew it existed. I looked at some issues from it. I had the comic, and but I never actually deeply read it until recently for this podcast, where I was supposed to read eight issues of it, and now I'm almost done it.
Yeah, weird overachievement.
Yeah, I just started and I just never stopped. So I know a good bit about it now, actually.
Yeah, no spoilers. I'm just kidding. I know you won't say anything. Yeah, I mean that's interesting that you started with when Scourge was around. That's kind of funny because I think I was like 13, 14 around that point. No, 12 or 13. So
Yeah,
that's.
Yeah, and then Scourge was there. And then I also, I think, remember my second issue I ever got was in order. It was like the issue where Eggman destroyed Knothole with his special armor and like just beat down Sonic. And I was just like, dang, this was cool. I didn't get that. I didn't get the next issue. After that, I just kind of went all around until eventually starting from the beginning.
Oh man, you got a good high point. I was basically still stuck in the when they were still in Scourge's world, and then they meandered a bit, as we were saying. Issue one, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that was my background. Sorry around Scourge. And for a while, I was one of those kids who thought the comic was canon. I didn't quite get it. I thought the comic was canon, so I was like, thinking to my friend, when is Scourge gonna come into the games?
Hey, you know what? For early Archie and early Fleetway, that might as well be true.
Like for a second, I thought like Jet the Hawk was like a different version of Scourge, and I was like, wait, is that Scourge? I was like, no, it's called Jet the Hawk. And then eventually I learned the whole continuity differences, and I learned about the Saturday M cartoon, watched it, and yeah.
That's good.
So yeah, the background. That's my background, Sonic, or at least the comic version.
All right. Well, now that everyone seems to know what our familiarity with it is, let's get started.
Yep.
It,
Issue one of
yeah,
Sonic the comic.
yeah. Does it actually? Hold on. I have. Let me see my notes. Does it actually have a title for the issue?
The
Oh,
title for the issue
it's just
issue
called
is Enter Sonic.
Yep, Enter Sonic. First things first. Overall plot is it's Sonic speeding through Green Hill, stopping some badniks. Eggman's watching. I'm sorry, Robotnik is watching, and he's like, "Curse that, Sonic!" And he has this giant machine that is sucking up all the rings in Mobius. That yeah, they are just called. It's just called Mobius. It's
Yep.
sucking up all the rings in Mobius, and just you know what? I don't really know what it does. It's just an engine.
It said he said he wanted to suck up the rings to fix them. Uh,
Yeah, I know he's sucking up the
uh,
rings, but it's to power it. But what does it do?
yeah. I guess. Wait, it's like a giant roller machine. I guess pollute the world because it was putting out a lot of black smoke.
I guess.
And again, Eggman's always been about like polluting the world and destroying it. If his Saturday Dark ending is to be believed.
Yeah. Just a little
But
side
yeah,
note. For a little side note, at the end of season one at SATM, I thought that the thing that was gonna help out Snively at the end, because I started playing the games around that point. I thought that was gonna be Metal Sonic because that was the only character at that point that I was familiar with Red Eyes.
oh, you didn't think it was Nixus Nagus?
No, because I kind of forgot about him after the one episode he was in.
Yeah. Oh, and also his CD ending, the bad ending in CD, where he just where he put all the machines in the mini planet.
Little Planet, yeah. Um, So yeah, that's the general story. What do you think of the art?
It's okay. So the artist, who is, let me go to issue one. Anthony Williams.
Yeah, you called?
Yeah. So the artist, Anthony Williams. I can see what he's doing, and I kind of like it. It kind of gets a little wonky at some places, but like the markery feel to it. So he keeps the psychedelic. He keeps like the checker markings on the ground and on the rocks. It
Yeah,
always keeps like that psychedelic feeling from the comics. I mean,
yeah.
from the comics from the game.
I do love how he draws or how he drew the Motobug that's exploding and the little flickies coming out. I'm sorry, Pecky. That's what it's called. Um, the with the flicky coming out, and I love how he just how the Motobug is how it's drawn and how it's colored and shaded. It's very like I don't know. He puts a lot of work into the metallic look for the machines and stuff like that. But it's kind of weird when it comes to like Sonic or other creatures because like at the bottom of page two, Sonic looks kind of funky with his eyes, and that's not the marker's fault. That's
Yeah, that's pencil.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funky down there. I think that's kind of a trend with some artists with Sonic, where I feel like they're good artists, but like drawing Sonic himself, like Sonic characters have a particular shape to them and
Oh
a
yeah.
way they work that if you don't really get it down, it always kind of looks funky to it.
Yeah.
Like if you go to page 3 and you see Sonic's neck isn't there, it's just the blue fur.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, even though and usually we assume Sonic has a neck underneath there that isn't just blue fur.
Yeah. Actually, that's a very common one that people draw Sonic as. Like they forget that he legitimately does have a neck. So they
Or like
just
my
go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry, I was just gonna say like the other one where he winks, but it's like his inside his eyes and his brow doesn't go down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's another one I see a lot.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. But yeah, like it's very clear that yes, that Mr. Anthony Williams has a priority over the Badniks and even Robotnik himself. He's beautifully shaded and colored. Um,
Yeah, he looks really menacing, especially like in the first page in the right corner.
oh yeah. Oh, can we talk about Robotnik's excellent puns?
Oh yeah, Vadon is a punter in this.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I was like, I thought it was like an issue. I thought okay, I thought it was like something like a gimmick for the sake of the first issue, and then it kept going later on. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is gonna be a thing.
Yeah, it
Hmm.
kind of gets. I feel like it kind of gets phased out later.
Okay. Not that I have a problem with it, but it's like it's kind of jarring when things get serious, and then you got a pun in the middle of it, and it's like, okay, that kind of took me out of
Maybe
it.
I'm remembering wrong. Well, it kind of has to date. Yeah, it's kind of there. I kind of like it. It keeps them kind of goofy.
Yeah, it
Like,
does.
um, let's see how long this stays. Actually, something I didn't really notice that much in my reading. But let's see how long this stays, especially with the more messed up stuff he does later. It would
No,
be
that's
funny, like you see Robotnik does something really crazy and messed up. He just puts a pun while saying it.
you know what's funny? The fact that you're like I didn't even the fact that you just said like I don't really notice it later. That either means two things: either they phased it out, or you just got so used to it that it just went back to normal words.
And I just read. Sometimes I do kind of blank. I just kind of read, and I was just like, oh, I just didn't notice the punning. Like I see the issue where Robotnik does something terrible, and he just puts a pun, and I just didn't notice. That
Yeah,
will be funny.
yeah.
Also, he does the Badniks well. Another
Oh,
thing this series does, where if you've noticed, is the designs for the other animal creatures are a lot less anthropomorphic.
yeah. They're very in line. They're very in line with the designs that we have in the game. Hell, some of them are just straight up taken, like some of the like the flickies and the seals and stuff like that. The Badniks too. They're accurately like design. I mean, like drawn. So there's not like they're not. There's no like obvious creative takes or anything. Although we will get to that later, because that does happen. But
Let me make some notes here. Sonic actually lives in Green Hill. Like another thing is like this is the actual location from the game.
mhm.
Most Morbius is used, and from what I understand, this comic. Let me look Sonic the before I put my foot in my mouth. But I think this comic came after Sad AM.
Probably otherwise, um, where would they get the
Sonic.
idea of Mobius?
Yeah. So it's just one of those things because I know this comic was made with like early Sega Bibles
Hmm.
in mind. So it's just one of those things that came into it. Sonic the comic came in wait 1993. Saturday it came in May of 1993. Saturday AM is September of 18th of 1993. So they came around the same time. So I guess it must have been an early Sonic Bible thing, which I tried to finish reading it, but I had stuff to do, so I didn't go through the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
Um,
maybe Morbius as an idea was just a Sonic Bible thing.
maybe. I don't know.
Or maybe they got from Sad AM. But
Maybe.
yeah, it's just one of those things now that's just not like a thing, and not with Sonic isn't really a thing. Actually, it might be now with the whole two worlds thing. that they're going with.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, another thing is rings are just around in this world. You can just find it all anywhere.
Which is funny because to the viewer you don't see them, but apparently like whenever Sonic is like, "Hey, look, I need some rings," like they'll just appear suddenly. So I don't know. I don't know if that's like the artist's fault or or like it's probably I don't know lack of implementation.
Well, this comic is going off the game, so it's assuming that rings are just like around. And if they are, so we haven't seen Sonic get hit seriously in this comic. If he had rings, would he get the same one hit thing that he has in the game?
I don't know.
Oh,
Let's see.
also some notes here. Character of note actually showed up in this comic. Porco Lewis
Oh yeah, he becomes
is,
a prominent character later in the series.
yep, right there. He's just a pig that Sonic saved, and he goes, "He's my hero." Oh, I'm gonna put a pin in that. I'm gonna put a pin in that. He's my hero, Anthony.
I'm
Knowing because I know the Poker and Sonic's relationship, and
all
it's
right.
gonna get interesting.
Just like write it down. Red flag.
He's my hero, and I just know the later stuff with Sonic the Porker. And we see a rabbit in this issue. Well,
Yeah.
in the comic, there's a rabbit character called Johnny Lightfoot who becomes a really prominent character. This rabbit doesn't have a name, but I know that some sites retroactively just call this rabbit Johnny.
Yeah, because it's usually the same rabbit, the same color, to just show up constantly, especially the earlier ones, even though he's not given a name. I mean, not until like issue 8 or 7,
It's it was
where they actually just flat out call him Johnny Lightfoot.
yeah
Anyways, I think we spent enough time here. Let's move on to the
yeah.
next issue.
So Sonic saves the day, and then Eggman's machine blows up. Pretty simple.
Yep.
Also, the other thing, this comic is only 5 pages because it's part of a magazine.
Yeah, get used to that.
They had to break it up.
Yeah, because the magazine is sharing a place with, I'm sorry, the comic is sharing a place with, I think two more comics that were running.
Yeah, Shinobi, like I said in the beginning, Shinobi, uh, Golden Axe, and more. My
Yeah,
favorite comic, and more.
yeah, but
All right.
I think since it was the beginning, I think the Sonic comic I think that's has the least amount of pages because I think the Shinobi one and Golden Axe got a few more pages in this one. But anyways,
I'm just gonna tell you that's gonna change as go on. All
oh
right,
yeah, I know.
let's get
So
to the second issue.
issue 2, Robo Fox.
Oh, by the way, what do you think of that first issue? I thought it was okay, quick adventure.
Um, I thought it was alright. Yeah, the art was a little iffy, but it's not the worst. I mean, we'll get to that very soon.
Oh,
Um,
we're gonna get to that.
very
So
soon.
issue
Anyways,
two, which is written by Mark Millar. If you anyone here reads comics, Mark Millar was the writer of Kick Ass. He wrote Old Man Logan.
oh
He wrote
really?
a lot of. He's a very big writer nowadays. But this is some of his earliest writing. What I get.
Yeah, because
He was a, he also
there.
wrote the Ultimates.
Oh really?
Yep. Very prominent and very major writer in comics.
Yeah, this is definitely early work because you cannot tell at all that this is him.
Yeah.
All right, so first off the bat, story synopsis: Tails has gone missing. Everyone in Emerald Hill, sorry. Yeah, no, it's still Green Hill. Everyone in Green Hill has gone
People are
missing,
going. I
except
want to make my Sonic deconstruct.
what?
Yep.
Anyways, everyone in Green Hill has gone missing except for this no named rabbit, this unnamed rabbit named Johnny. Um, and Johnny tells Sonic that hey, everyone was kidnapped by Robotnik and they're gone. And Sonic is like, all right, well, I wanted to show Tails something. He puts on some new sneaks and he goes after Robotnik. Takes out some badniks, puts on some sunglasses, saves as many animal friends as he can. Turns out Robotnik is already a step ahead and has half converted Tails into a robot. Well, gives him an exoskeleton. That's what it is, like basically a body armor. that only
Yep.
covers half of his body, which is like super fucking inefficient. Um,
Yep. Maybe it gives him super arm strength. It cover his arms and legs.
I
And his
guess.
tails, which would I guess would make him not fly as good.
Yeah. So he tackles Sonic, and they both Eggman and Tails beat up Sonic, and Tails is like, "This isn't right. I need to protect my good friend Sonic, buddy old pal." We'll get to that later too. Uh, and
I'll put
he,
a pin in that too.
yeah, he Tails throws himself along with the exosuit to into Robotnik and blows up the Eggmobile. Well, it damages it because it doesn't blow up because it still flies away. But the
He took out
exoskeleton,
the wrecking ball. Looks like probably the
yeah,
wrecking ball attachment.
yeah, he took out the wrecking ball, and Robotnik's like, "Can I ask you, Sonic and Fox Boy?" And Sonic and Tails are like, "Whoa, that was weird." And they're both okay, and they move on from there. Sonic's sorry to Tails that like, "Hey, the sneakers that I was gonna show you, they got worn out, so let's just move on." That's the story. Ben,
All
what do
right.
you think?
I think it was an all right. It was a quick adventure. You could see the wrecking ball from I want to say Sonic 2,
Sonic One, the wrecking ball from
Sonic 1. Sorry,
yeah, yeah, Green Hill Zone.
from Green Hill Zone, and I
Maybe.
assume this is Green Hill Zone. Oh, by the way, the rabbit was never named, and I don't think it's Johnny. It could just be another young rabbit. Then again, it doesn't have a name.
Mhm.
My good funny part is Sonic changes his shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something, especially later in the origin. That's something I'm like, wait, you don't really see that a lot, not just in this, but in media.
Yeah.
That he has,
I
that he
mean,
has different shoes for different situations.
except for the games, because the games he does change the shoes.
Yeah, that's true, but that isn't until like Adventure,
Um,
or if you count that Sonic slow down game where he gets
and
the super slow shoes.
I mean, I guess if you want to count promotional art, Sonic changes his shoes. That's in the Japanese stuff though, like the Sonic calendar, very early stuff. He would play soccer and stuff like that, and he would have his shoes changed, or football, and he would be wearing cleats.
Yeah, I guess. Another thing that goes, this comic follows up with a comment Sonic said in issue 1, where he says, "Where was Tails?"
Hmm.
In issue 1, Sonic said, there's like a weird slight continuity in this comic, which becomes more prominent later. But the end of issue 1 of the comic, Sonic says, "No time, guys. Looking for Tails. Haven't heard from him in days." And then in this comic, you see what happened to Tails.
Yeah, there is a slight yeah, there is like continuity, a flowing continuity between these issues, which is nice. Even if it's something thin, like hey, I wonder where Tails is. Hey, here's Tails. Something like that. That's still enough to help connect it. Um, sorry, but
Yeah.
yeah. I'm still
Also,
kind of. It's still very
the
early, but still very early. But I feel like it's kind of weird that we're still in Green Hill with the introduction of Tails because like we never go into an origin for Tails.
I guess this game, because this game kind of does it, especially with later issues where you get to like Sonic 2 stuff. I guess it assumes that they already had their first adventure.
Yeah,
That
I'm
Sonic 2 already happened.
yeah. In issue 7, it's like straight up the aftermath of Sonic 2.
So I assume in this issue, Sonic 2 has already happened and they already know each other.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. All right, you were saying
Uh,
Ben about the art?
Going back to the issue, the art, there's parts I like, but
Oh
the
man,
artist, yeah, it's a little rough. The
part
artist in this issue, from what I got on my list here, Woodrow Phoenix,
yep. Woodrow Phoenix.
um, not the best.
He
And I actually
he's
actually looked him up online. His art's not bad, but it just wasn't that great here.
what's funny is that he apparently from a profile Sonic is fine, kind of along with Tails. It's not until he makes him front facing that it's really really awkward.
The perspective's pretty off, especially that first page when you see him running forward.
Oh
Like
man,
those,
can we? can we talk about the unnamed rabbit named Johnny?
The unnamed rabbit, never given a name, but okay. So
Well, I'm just saying, like, look at him, like in the second page, second panel, like,
what is
oi.
he sitting on? Yeah, also the first page, but yeah, second page, second mail. Yeah,
I know he's trying to make him look sad, but dude, it's not helping.
and it looks to say like I respect all the artists, just like sometimes you just notice these sort of things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there are, like, artists, comic book artists, manga artists, and video game design developers. They've got like the worst end of the jobs because holy shit, I hope you have a passion for that stuff because you are going to be getting a raw deal most of the time.
But yeah,
But
but
man,
you gotta notice when you noticed it.
you
You
notice
notice
it.
it.
Yeah, I don't have to be a helicopter pilot to see if a helicopter's in a tree to say the guy fucked up. I don't need to be a pilot to say that.
Oh, also going back to some of it, um, going back to something here, Sonic gets his glasses, which I've seen him for promotional art with those. I swear I've seen him
Yeah.
promotional art with those glasses.
No, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's worn those, but it's
He's
weird how
deal with fake glasses.
that he just stays with it for like most of the issue. Like it felt
It's
weird
just like
that. Oh, go ahead.
no, just like Sonic was like, I'm too cool for this. Like actually, does he say he's called? No, this must be Sonic's my name. He's just like I'm too cool for this.
Oh no,
He
no, no.
keeps them off
Yeah, the
to
rabbit's
deal
like
with.
who? Yeah, here's the panel. The rabbit says, "But who are you?" Sonic says, "You must be new around here. The name's Sonic. I sort things out."
Wow. It's just like that little. It's just like hyping up Sonic. He's like I'm too cool. That little I'm too cool deal with fit glasses he puts on.
Yeah, I thought it was a weird like mistake. Like I thought he was taking off the glasses. Like the guy forgot to draw glasses on him for the first few issues. I mean, first few comment pages, and that he was taking them off. But no, he's putting them on. And it's like, why put them on? Oh, by the way, the Buzz Bombers, they're not colored, which is weird because the other ones were colored. So,
Yeah, they're just steel and gray.
yeah. Um, not a whole lot I could say there, but I don't really have anything else on this one.
They actually
Kind
have a few.
okay.
So you see, so the animals you save, the the squirrel he saves shows up in the next issue. Well,
Oh
it's the
yeah,
next issue, but
yeah.
later. The first appearance of this universe's
Hold
Sally A.
on, we'll get to
Oh,
it.
yeah, we'll get to it. Another thing, the armor that Tails is wearing in this is similar to what happens to him in Sonic Lost World.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember?
It
Yeah,
actually
remember?
it
He
covers
even
yeah
has the same kind of way.
yeah it even like goes across in the same way. Like it even covers one eye and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Except
it's
I don't
almost the same thing.
except in this one it's an exoskeleton, and I thought in Lost World it was a roboticizing.
No, well, he takes it off like right
Yeah,
afterwards. I assumed it was an exoskeleton too.
I mean I
And not
guess.
just in this comic, but in Lost World. If it was robotic, I think it'll take a little bit more than just to rip it off that he did in Lost World.
Yeah,
And also kind of the same way, he gets control, and then he has to go through the whole like Sonic is my friend thing. It's very kind of similar.
kind of. In Lost World, Tails faked it. He was faking it.
Oh yeah, he did.
Pretending to be under their control.
Yep. Also, Tails defeats Robotnik in this issue,
Hmm.
showing that just showing Tails can do some useful. So far, Tails has been pretty useful from what we've seen in this comic. But yeah, besides that, that was basically the it for my notes here. Marvel Zone is also shown here.
In
Uh,
issue two, that's Marvel Zone.
wait, let me go. Issue 2, Marvel Zone, blah blah
I think that's
blah.
issue three because issue three is around Marvel Zone.
Moving, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, my notes were a bit wrong there.
I think it still takes
I
place in
think.
Green Hill because Sonic makes a comment
Oh
that
no, it says at the end. Sorry, at the
uh,
end it says Marvel Zone's next. But yeah, we're still following the zones of the game.
yeah, we are roughly, very roughly.
Also, Sonic Spin Dash, he still calls it the Super. the supersonic spin attack.
That's what it was called in the manual, to be fair.
Yep.
Because even Archie does the same thing. They call it that.
Yep. But yeah, just another quick adventure issue.
Yeah, Sonic saves. Sonic goes back, sees Tails is roboticized, tries to help him, and Tails is the one to save him. And they go on from there.
Yep. So,
This,
want to go to the next issue?
yes.
All right. Let me set up issue 3.
All right, issue 3. Let's see. It's called.
Oh wait, I think we forgot to say something. The cover, it's better for issue 2. I like it better. The Sonic body's drawn a little bit better.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
Uh,
another Sonic in your face. Okay,
and to
that's all.
follow that up, issue three's cover I think is a lot better than the first two we got.
Yeah,
Uh,
you got more background. You got Sonic drawn better. Very US Sonic artwork.
uh, kind of. He doesn't have that mohawk yet. He has the
Oh yeah, you're
shading.
right.
He still has the shading, the darker shading that the Japanese artwork covers does. I love how they drew the Jaws badniks, and I just love the way it looks. It's nice and softly
Yes.
shaded. Uh,
Yeah.
so issue three, Mayhem in the Marble Zone. It starts with this with some bandits being complete bullies. We got
Yep.
a
To a
go ahead.
yeah, to this mysterious squirrel character called, oh gosh, is it Tuffy?
Is it Lemmy?
Taffy?
Tuffy.
No,
It's
it's
it's Tufty. Tufty.
Tufty. Yeah, that's his name. And
And yeah, we just the first page ends with the bandits like getting a giant wrecking ball, or they call it Robotnik's weight, and that's kind of funny. They're gonna throw Robotnik's weight on him. That's pretty funny.
yeah,
Anyways,
oh gosh.
that's oh no. They
Oh
grab the wrecking
please.
ball and they're gonna drop it on him while this guy is in a hole. And I'm surprised that the Bat Brain Badnik is able to carry that thing.
Yeah, that thing's strong.
Yes, it is.
Wait, but here's the thing. In the panel on the lower, you see him on the side, so who's holding it up? At the bottom right.
I see it. I don't know if it's
What's
done. I don't know if it's drawn like that to keep the Bat Brain in
in
scene.
frame?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess it was going to keep it in frame, but then you think, wait, who's holding the wrecking ball now?
yeah. That's.
Oh wait, no, it has a chain. Look at the in like I just noticed left panel. You see a
Oh yeah, it
chain.
does.
He's
It
just
does have a
moving it.
chain.
Yeah, he's just moving it.
So okay, it kind of seems more important to keep in frame.
Yeah,
The
I was
chain.
just thinking.
I thought it was
I
just
thought he
floating.
was just strong.
Yeah, I thought it was just floating or something.
But yeah, so we see this
Anyways,
mysterious squirrel character with a rate who says who wants to be like Sonic.
yeah. I want to be just like Sonic. I want to be like my hero. But he's about to be murdered. Anyways, let's move on to the page two, and it just comes back to Sonic.
He's listening to his music, something you see a lot in Sonic art and in like Sonic media in general. Always has this idea that Sonic likes music.
Yeah, he's a very rock and roll kind of guy.
And you see Tails kick Sonic. Tails kicks Sonic. Let me just do the over this. So not just going page by page. Tails kicks Sonic. Tells him he has to save him. Don't you have a summary actually? Or do you want me to do the summary?
I mean, yeah, I could do a summary. I was just because you went into detail last time. I didn't know if you wanted to do
Oh,
the whole.
continue. Oh no, you do the summary first, then we don't have to go page by page
All right,
with it
so
with the story explanation.
all right, back for the beginning. Uh, so we start back with so we're back at issue three, Mayhem in Marble Zone. Starts with a few badniks surrounding a hole. Inside the hole is a stranded squirrel with some aviators and some familiar pair of shoes, saying that he just want to be like his hero Sonic. The badniks laugh and they have a wrecking ball ready to crush him. Meanwhile, Sonic is relaxing and Tails gets his attention. With the introduction of a new character named Sally Acorn, that's not going to come back later. Um, her brother has gone missing, and it's up to Sonic to find him. Rushing through the zones in Green Hill, collecting as many power rings as he can, Sonic bursts through the special warp ring, and trying to skip ahead to Marble Zone, accidentally collected too many rings, ended up in the special stage. We will come back to that too. Um, and is
Yeah,
on
that's
his
pretty
way.
relevant.
Yep. Meanwhile, Tufty is has gotten out of the hole, trying to escape from the Badniks, but the Badniks are clearly just scaring him, and he runs into a wall, and he's about. It looks like about the end for him. Thankfully, Sonic comes back in, has made it in time, and takes out every single Badnik, except for a Motobug who tries to lure him into a spike trap. Tufty uses the remaining uses the remaining speed from Sonic's shoes and shoves Sonic out of the way, thus saving both of them, except for the Badnik. Uh, Tails and Tufty's sister, Sally, are wondering if Sonic is going to be able to save her brother. Sonic returns with her brother, takes his shoes back, and that's the end of the issue. So
Yep.
then, what do you
So
think about?
now let's speed up. Oh,
Let's.
yeah, I thought it was a good story.
I thought it was nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
nice.
man, I can't believe we got our first look at Sally Acorn, who was also
Excellent.
seen in Sonic CD.
And also, that was just the name. I think the early manuals called the squirrel Ricky. Was his name in the original?
Yeah.
Called him called.
Yeah, he was called Ricky.
Yeah, they would call him Sally in the early stuff.
I don't know why. It's-
I'm just gonna tell you now. This Sally does come back for a while. So your comment does matter.
I was making it okay. I was making more of an
No, she
artsy.
is a reoccurring character, not a major one as she is in other things, but reoccurring.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, she has a very flat out name. I feel like especially in these early issues, like when the character is given like a actual name, kind of makes you like, wonder if they'll come back.
But yeah,
But
reoccurring. You're gonna see her more.
yep,
But yeah, this comic is pretty good. It was pretty good. Introduces some ideas. The special zone shows up for the first time.
yeah. The
Uh,
rings make a appearance again, showing that they are a thing around Sonic's world, even though we don't, the viewer doesn't see them unless Sonic needs them.
Sonic, you see Sonic pick up the ring to get ring energy and to go to the special zone.
Yep.
Sonic mentions something weird here. He says my old power boots might still contain a bit of my high speed energy.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference to like the power sneakers in the game, like the actual power up, where you get a burst of speed, or that Sonic has like I don't know, he supercharges his stuff.
energy that comes out of him. So, like the movie, or like what we're gonna learn later, his origin.
Yeah, like the movie or the boost or anything like that. Because the boost is kind of weird too. Because apparently he in the games he could just transfer the boost to like inanimate objects to speed them up. That's kind of weird. Or other people. Um,
So,
but
also more of the idea of Sonic has more pair of shoes than just the one.
yeah, a constant in hell even Archie that in Archie and in the games is that Sonic only has the one pair. Or he's always seen with just the one pair. We never see him like change his shoes for another pair that are exactly like it. So we just assume that it's just the one. But his base pair of shoes are specially made to survive high friction and his high speed movement without burning or like wear and tear. In the Archie comics, they were made by his uncle, Uncle Chuck, and they were a gift because Sonic kept burning through his shoes. Um, in this though, there's multiple pairs.
Yeah.
Except in the
We're
la-
gonna learn later
except in the last
who
issue.
made them.
Yeah, except in the last issue where we saw that he put on a new pair of shoes that were sort of similar to these ones. They've just
They have
burned
more
out though.
traction.
Yeah, but they've
So
burned out.
also apparently these shoes can give you super speed because Sonic said it just has enough high speed energy to make the kid do that. So apparently Sonic's speed energy can be transferred if you wear his shoes.
Oh man, like fucking pixie dust, huh?
Yeah, so I guess maybe if Sonic wears the shoes, they take it off, it has some residual energy. You can just keep running with them.
Yeah, and we do see that in action with Tufty, shoving Sonic out of the way of the spike trap.
Also, when he runs into the wall, I assume that's because he's moving too fast.
Hmm.
Also, we see the special zone for the first time. This is going to become pretty relevant in this section of issues later.
Yep, and it's based off of Sonic 2, because of course it is.
Yep. Yep. Also, this is another thing. The Batnik in this. So in this comic, we're seeing like Sonic release the Batniks out, which is a thing that's in the game and in this version. And Archie, they tend to go with the SatAM version. It's like turned into robots.
Yeah, and that's they're
Um,
more like they treat them like in the game where the animals are actually just batteries to the robots or badniks.
Also, the most dark thing is that the beetle I forgot his name, the beetle Batnik, name escapes me right now, Motorbug,
Yep.
was about to go in lava, killing the which was gonna kill the person inside of it. And then you see the spike going down, and luckily it moved out of the. Lucky they pushed them both out of the way,
Oh yeah, that Motobug was
about to kill its user.
yep.
Darn, that was gonna be a pretty dark issue of Sonic. But yeah, pretty quick. The art in this. Let's talk about the art. I like it, but the actual characters themselves look a little funky.
Oh yeah, like the band. I don't know what it is about the Bandits. They always look consistently good. Like they
Yeah,
look consistently accurate, and they're they're colored great. But like if you look at Tufty, Tails has some weird poses. Um, Sonic
Sonic's
has,
head to his body looks a little funky.
yeah. Sometimes his shoes are a little too long. Um, let's see.
Allie's legs in like where I want to find the scene. Here it is. It's like the page 9 or something where he's sitting next to Tails. Her legs look really weird.
4, 5, 6, 7.
It's like towards no, it's the last page.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Looking at Tails and Sally Acorn just sitting on the log, it doesn't look right. Like like looking at Tails' face,
That's a funny face Tails is making though.
like it doesn't look right. Like I don't know what it is. It's you know what it is. Like the design is there. It's just horribly proportioned. Like it's not Sonic's
Sonic
Sonic
ha-
Sonic characters have a 1-to-1 proportion. No, 1.5 to half head to body proportion, especially in the classic games. So seeing that these proportions are like where the torso is bigger than the head, or
yeah, a
just
lot more human looking.
yeah, it's a bit more jarring. So
Which is also
yeah,
kind of, yeah, Sally and her brother are also have a lot more human qualities to them than the animals from last issue.
yeah. I mean, they don't even look like they could fit in Sonic, really.
Yeah.
Th-
Another thing though, the backgrounds and like the marker shading looks really great in this
Oh
issue.
yeah, the backgrounds, Marble Zone, everything. Everything
I
looks
like the
great.
highlights on. I like the highlight on Sonic too. It makes it look really kind of shiny and cool.
Oh yeah, it also makes it really obvious and glaring, like that he has a mohawk style. Because the
Yeah.
other earlier issues didn't have that because they kind of like they didn't bother shading the difference between his quill and head. So, but this really makes it obvious that he has like a mohawk. It's not bad. Unlike most people, I don't hate the mohawk style for Western Sonic, except when I see it from the back. That thing fucking gives me nightmares.
But yeah, I really yeah, Sonic looks like. Also, he has no neck like it before.
Mhm.
Just keep noticing now. Now that I noticed it, I just can't unnotice the no neckness of him, or when the neck is just blue.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a nice adventure. You see Marble Zone, which is some wasn't that the zone that everyone hated?
Yes, it is. A lot of people hate it
Uh,
because it just kills a lot of high speed platforming that you're having in Green Hill.
yeah, you see the Spike Death Trap. Um,
But it is
we
beautifully
introduced
drawn.
to Sally. Yep, we're introduced to Sally, who is a supporting character,
Yes, she
but
is.
a lot less than what she is in other stuff.
Radically designed too.
You know, it would be funny if they could put Sally in it, but it's the Sally from this comic. Oh gosh, that'd be hilarious.
Yes. Want to move on?
All right, let's move on to the next issue. Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Um,
Just like before, we will talk about the cover. The cover has no Sonic, so let's move on.
yeah,
I mean, it's a
uh,
nice cover. It has the
but
Shinobi, but
but
like,
we're talking about Sonic here.
yeah, like I mean, there's a small little picture of Sonic, but it's like icon if
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
Uh,
but that's not Sonic.
yeah.
All
So the
right, let's
sub,
move on.
yeah. So the summary. Apparently there's a metallic doppelganger running around, destroying star posts, the checkpoints from Sonic games, and looks strangely familiar. Meanwhile, Tails catches up with Sonic and lets him know, like, hey, people are. There's a rumor going around that you're harassing people and destroying star posts. What's up with that? And Sonic's like, it's not me. And Tails is like, I know that, but you know how people are. So Sonic goes to investigate. Turns out that those people who were those animals that thought that who were spreading the rumor get caught by some badniks and turn into batteries. Meanwhile, Sonic and Tails are investigating the situation, and suddenly a metal robotic version of Sonic pops out, bursts through a wall, and they start a fight. Sonic is clearly outclassed by it, and because of Tails trying to help out, because Tails trying to help out and makes a mistake, Sonic is captured instead and powering the robot. Robotnik shows up in a metal suit and tells the fox that and I don't know, tells the fox that he made a special suit just for him, and he's gonna capture him and shove him in.
Right.
Meanwhile, Sonic is like, "Ha, jokes on you. I'm actually in control of this machine," and starts beating up on Robotnik and makes Robotnik release his animal friends. Robotnik escapes, and Sonic vows to stop Robotnik. So that's a
Take a
summary.
while for that, but but yeah. So yeah, I like this issue. It's funny to see. So this is the first Metal Sonic or Metallics, what they're gonna call it in this series.
Yeah, it is.
It's not.
It is
It's
radically designed. Like holy shit! Like what is this
yeah.
thing?
It's creepy looking,
Oh
especially
yeah,
that first page with it. It's just like it does. It's like it looks like Sonic, but it's like a misshapen monster.
yeah. It is just a silhouette of Sonic, and that's it. Like it is so. It's like whole gaping mouth and shit like that. Like it's creepy, but it's a cool design. But it's
Yep.
not Sonic. It's so not Sonic that it's kind of jarring.
Yep, it's almost weird. These people kind of guess and say, "Oh, it's Sonic." Also, the first time Sonic it was mistaken for someone mistook someone from Sonic.
Yeah, this won't happen again. I swear.
Actually, I don't think it happens in this comic that much.
Oh, thank God.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so you
I
meet
mean,
this the first Metal Sonic kind of, even though this one isn't part of the Metal Sonic that we're gonna get in this series.
mm,
Sort of like how Archie had the fake Sonic Doppelganger before they had their Metal Sonic.
yeah, the one that showed up in the in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Uh,
Yep,
it was called Pseudosonic. I think that's what it's called.
yep. All right, so to see Tails of Sonic, and I have to say issue 2 with the what was it like? It's like panel 1, dude. It's like panel 4. That Sonic face where he closes his eyes and pushes his hand forward. That's funny. That's a good panel.
Yeah,
Where's it?
it's kind of funny because I know that it's supposed to be like smoke coming off of his shoes because he's just stopped running,
And
but
in
it looks
water.
like he's just steaming.
It's just like what? He looks so offended. He's like, "What did you say to me, Tails?" Putting his hand forward.
He just looks so
Also,
fed up. And Sonic is like
yeah,
this is like the first sign that Sonic's quite a dick in this because Tails
yeah,
is
his attitude is really showing, which will be a thing much later.
yeah. It's kind of funny because the whole point of Sonic's attitude thing was supposed to be like more like Bart Simpson, not a lot less like a dick.
Yeah, he has a lot more. He's actually has the most attitude I just think any Sonic version will ever have.
Oh yeah, he one of his favorite things is constantly calling Tails a pixel brain, which is
Yeah, Pixel Brain, his insult for Tails
yeah,
in this series.
which is
Oh, this is also famous. This issue is actually important. Last issue, I forgot to say, Mark Millar wrote it, but this is the first issue of Nigel Ketchen.
really
Yeah, the first issue of the guy who will be most synonymous with this comic.
yeah, his art
Uh,
style definitely develops later.
oh, it's not his art. He's not the
I
artist. He's just
mean,
the
I'm
writer.
sorry, his story.
Story does. Also, going back to like things, the Badnik in here, you see a three-headed Badnik. So is that like an early egg Cerberus? Three-headed dog Badnik.
I guess it's weird. Like I mean, I'm trying to figure out what the one next to it is. The one that kidnapped the skunk. Like, what is it? Just a rogue trash can?
Like that's one's not even using it as a battery. He just kind of put it inside of it.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out what it is. It's like, is it a trash can or what?
Yeah, it's not really animal themed like the others.
Yeah, but I kind of wish we got more with the Metal Sonic or the Metal
Yeah,
Doppelganger.
it's Sonic doesn't really fight it. He just kind of gets absorbed and then like he says he takes it over. Also, Robotnik's mentioning the armor from Tails that he put Tails in from issue 2.
Yep. He's like, I've got a copy for you. And on the bottom of the page, the little, sorry, of the panel, it's references that issue two had the same thing. So that's a nice little.
Yeah,
So there
little
is a very,
continuity there.
yep, there are very early signs of, hey, this is all one flowing story rather than compared to Archie, where a lot of it was just separate stories for the longest time until like issue, I want to say it's issue 15, where it started becoming one story.
Yeah.
Um, Somewhere around there.
So
Uh,
yeah,
Robotnik has a
well,
weird design to himself in this one.
kind of like it. It's very like how do I describe it? Almost not Tim Burton, but like I like the exaggerated look, especially the panel with him where he's stroking his mustache.
Yeah, I can't tell if his hand is actually his or it's like part of the armor because it
I
shines.
think it's just his hands. I think it's
Okay.
just his hand. It's just supposed to be more dramatic with it.
Okay.
Also, a little continuity thing. So Sonic's immune to being a battery, according to this issue.
Yeah, he's immune to yeah, just being a being controlled by a badnik basically.
Being controlled by a Batnik, it just doesn't work on him.
Yeah.
Um, we see some Badger, and also the art in this issue. I like it.
Oh yeah, I like it too. The again, it's the badniks. I swear to God, it's the badniks that are drawn so good. And this funky metal Sonic is drawn nicely, so creepily, but it's drawn well. Um,
Like the backgrounds are really great. I really like the perspective. Like the second page where you see Tails is trying to keep up with Sonic. You see the trees meet up with it. And you see Sonic up there. It's
yeah.
like it reminds me almost of Sonic CD a little bit. That top panel of the second page.
Oh, and then the page after that, where it's the sunset. I love how everything's shaded, and I love you see the perspective of the mountains in the back in the first
Yeah,
panel.
I love how kooky the world looks. It's very much the same surrealist look that the Sonic games have.
Yeah, and that's something that Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog had kind of too. They didn't stick to the they didn't stick to a lot of the how do I say the design philosophy that the games had. It had a very cartoonish Dr. Seuss kind of world going on there. But this is like a nice compromise of both.
Yeah, the world is pretty good. It's just again, it's gonna take a while before people like they have like an idea how to like they have their own idea to draw it, but it's pretty good here. I like the faces that Sonic makes throughout this, and
You
like the
like
expressions on everyone's faces are pretty good in this issue.
oh yeah, like you can definitely. I love how Tails looks, especially going back to the second page. I love the his. I love how he looks when he's falling while Sonic hits a spring. I love how he's drawn there. It looks really nice. I love yeah I love how Sonic's just drawn in this. Not. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not perfect because there's still some weird spots later, in this very same issue. But we're getting some course correction here.
Yep. Also, the Metal Sonic in this can shapeshift. He shapeshifts into a wrecking spike ball, and Sonic. Well, he doesn't lose, but he kind of gets defeated.
Yeah. Apparently, like he got defeated by he basically Tails interrupted him, and got him caught
Interrupted him.
because apparently, no, because I'm looking at the page and Sonic's like, all right, I only got one shot at this, and
Tails
he gets ready for a spin dash. I'm sorry, a supersonic spin, but Tails interrupts him.
he was about to do his own like the Tails spin dash.
Yeah,
Also, another
like
thing in this Tails design, he has the little like they put on his little like what was it
like
like
his
belts on his shoes,
yeah his little buckles on his shoes.
which kind of disappear later in the design.
The only thing I don't like about this Tails design is that they still make his shoes way too long. Sonic's shoes are shorter than his, and it's weird.
Yep. Also, Tails cannot keep up with Sonic in this one apparently in this world.
Which is strange. Well, hold on. At this point, have we seen Tails flying? Because
Um, oh my God, you're right. Have Tails? I don't think Tails has flown yet.
yeah, because this entire time he's been running after Sonic.
I don't think he's flown yet. Let me go back to issue two, where he first. No, he didn't fly. Issue two, I guess you could say he flew. Robotnik must have been pretty high up. He just kind of jumped at Robotnik, and he didn't do anything. Issue three. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not flown yet.
yeah. Any other thoughts on this before we move on? Or
No, that's pretty good. First, I'm gonna put a pin on this Metal Sonic. Because I know we're gonna get a lot more later, but first Metal Sonic in a first Metal Sonic form.
oh no, no. Technically, if we're because remember this is going off the games. Technically,
Oh,
Silver Sonic was
second.
yeah,
Yeah,
Silver
because
Sonic was
Sonic 2
first.
already happened, so this is the second metal like robotic Sonic Eggman ever built.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or
Well,
it's yeah. I'm trying to think. It's called Silver Sonic, right? Or Robo Sonic or whatever.
um,
Like
yeah, I think it's Silver Sonic because I remember Archie made Silver Sonic 2, and then like that other Silver Sonic.
yeah. It's because like in the concept art for Sonic 2, he was just called Mecha Sonic. Um
Yeah, before they took that name and used it for like the Mega Sonic and Sonic 3 and
yeah.
Knuckles. Wait, no, no, it was Sonic and Knuckles.
Sonic
Was it
3.
Sonic 3?
Well, it's the
Sonic 3
entire
first?
we'll just call it Sonic 3 because that's the entire game anyways.
Yeah, because I only ever play it when it's together.
Oh yeah, like why would you play it separately? That's like you know what that is? That's like ordering a meal. Like let's say you order a hamburger and fries, but you only get the fries.
Yep.
Uh, but
Yeah,
yeah,
let's go to the
issue
next one.
5. Issue 5. Once
Um,
again, we don't have a cover for Sonic. God damn it.
I like Golden Axe,
Yeah,
but that's
Golden
not
Axe is
Sonic.
fun. Golden Axe is pretty
Alright.
fun.
Alright,
Uh,
we're getting oh god, we're at issue 5.
issue 5.
Alright.
Oh, we will hold
Say
on.
the summary first
Yeah, we
before
will
we
get
get
to it.
into it.
We will get to it. Issue 5. Lost in the Labyrinth Zone. We start with Sonic and Tails. We'll start with Sonic running on a treadmill trying to break up his speed. Tails is monitoring it and ends up telling Sonic, you're good, but you didn't break the sound barrier yet. So Sonic's like, all right, well, that was a good workout. Goes to eat 200 hamburgers, and Tails gets kidnapped by a arachnid robot, along with a couple badniks, and he's taken into the labyrinth zone. Meanwhile, Sonic, along with a few others, including the returning guest Sally Acorn, uh,
Little
go
rabbit.
after yep, and a rabbit, and a small cow, or bull. No, that's horns. It's a bull, and a small bull to go and help save Tails. They do some. They traverse through the dangerous traps of the labyrinth zone, and eventually Sonic goes and defeats the two badniks, encounters the arachnid robot, and the arachnid robot says, "I'm pure badnik. There is no animal inside me." So Sonic's like, "All right, cool." So he ends up taking the exoskeleton that the arachnid robot was going to trap Tails in, leaks it out all the oil onto the water, and lights it up. He lights up a robot and watches it burn while it screams.
Hey,
Meanwhile,
there's no animal in there. Keep
he
going.
okay, man, there's a reason why Skynet becomes a thing. Anyways, it ends with Sonic going back and he's like, "Man, I could definitely use some lunch." Eating, let's see, I have it written down here, 300 hot dogs and 100 thick milkshakes. Tails is like, "That's gross. How can you do that?" He's like, "After you just had breakfast." And Sonic's like, "Well, you gotta he's like, "Oh, that was nothing. That was just the first course." And the issue ends. Okay, do you want to start with? Do you really want to? Let's start with this. Yeah, let's start with the art.
We'll build up. The art. All right. The artist. I
Oh.
looked it up. So the writer is Mark Millar again.
Mhm.
The artist is Woodrow Phoenix again. Yo, Woodrow, what up? You were so much better.
Like,
What?
did he not like? Did he? I mean, his art's not the best. We saw that from issue.
It wasn't this bad. He must have not cared.
Yeah, like were they just holding at gunpoint? Like, hey, we need an
He must
artist.
have had to crank this out.
Yeah, like he was probably working on another comic. He's like, we need you to like do a Sonic comic, but I don't want to do it. You're gonna have to do it, or you're fired.
Like
Fine, I'll do the bare
this,
minimum.
this first panel, the perspective.
It is so bare. There is like hardly any shading, and
It's like I can't tell which line, how far is sailed, how big is
dude,
this? It's
Sonic's legs aren't right, and holy shit,
oh,
I'm looking closer. You can see some of the lines overlap each other. So this was kind of a botched job.
there's a lot of tangents on this one. I could.
Yep. The only normal thing in this scene is Tails, but it doesn't look like he's correctly looking at Sonic in the first panel.
All right,
Oh
so
man.
first story thing here, Sonic's treadmill. This is gonna come back. Um, I think this is gonna come back. Sonic's treadmill that he runs on, very Flash-like. Reminds me of the cosmic treadmill from Flash.
Yep.
Also, Sonic did not achieve Sonic speed.
Nope. Tails said he just went up to 750, which the sound barrier is about 758, 50, like
So
760 or
he was
something.
just close.
Yeah, he was just under it. I don't know if he was doing that on purpose, so he doesn't make a sonic boom or
Uh,
what.
he said he wasn't in his own game. His head wasn't in the game.
Hmm.
He said he was out of shape.
Yeah.
We also see Sonic has a bath like his own makeshift bath in this place.
Oh, fun fact. Apparently, it is canon that Sonic does like baths. Like he does like taking showers, stuff like that. He does bathe. If some if some concept art and the adventure games are anything to go by.
And according to Tails, he's pretty vain. He likes to be pretty.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Oh God, it's page two,
Uh,
first panel.
oh god, the perspective on that table. Oh, look at Sonic's feet to that table. That's the first tangent that always got to me.
Dude,
Like,
look at his head. He's missing a quill. Like there's just straight up a quill missing in the middle.
oh yeah, and like,
And what's up with
okay,
Tails? Like, I know Tails has kind of like had
I,
a kind of has like a big forehead in his actual classic design, but it ain't fucking like a mile long.
perspective on it, and those hills. Oh, but
It
yeah, that hurt.
it is
Let's
so bare minimum. Like the effort is so bare minimum.
when Arachnabug took Tails, I thought it was Bacon getting. I was like, but I didn't look down the way my thing. I was like, is Bacon trying to kidnap Tails?
I
What?
thought I thought it was like how like those flailing tube arm men that are using car sales and stuff like that.
Oh, it's
I
like a little
thought
too far.
yeah, I thought it was those things arms like just grabbing tails and I'm like just move out of the way. Those things aren't gonna grab you.
I thought it was Bacon, like, because he saw the eating thing. Because Sonic, because before this we were like talking about Sonic's breakfast of 200 burgers on the table. Also, damn, this Sonic eats.
Yeah. That's something that's kind of brought up quite a few times is that he eats a lot just to well, I mean, he
Burn
runs.
it off.
Yeah, he burns it off. He needs the energy. So like, I guess it makes sense that he run that he
Also,
eats
it's
so
sort of like
much.
that shonen protagonist, like Goku type thing where you eat a lot.
Kind of. This is the British comics though, so I don't know if like
Yeah, that's true. No, I just mean for the other stuff.
yeah, no, yeah, that makes sense. But like
Yeah, I think it's just a
it's just
gag.
yeah, it's really just a gag because he burns it all off. So
Don't worry, I only eat them one at a time. Okay, so yeah, he gets Tails gets sent by their Octobot, and the other animal friends show up, and Sonic actually wants them to come with him for help, but they don't do anything.
yeah, I don't know what the point of that was. Like, maybe he was using him as like fodder. It's like, hey, if you step on a trap, it's you, not me, and I at least remember that there was a trap there. But
Yeah.
it's
Also, the
weird.
Batman's really violent in this. Like,
Oh
remember he said he'd rather bash Tails' skull in?
yeah, that's
Damn.
yeah, they're pretty bad. Sheesh.
And Arachnid, but Arach, I can't remember his name. It's like a
Spider, just
Arachno.
say Spider-Bot. That's what it is.
Yeah, Spider-Bot. Um, the first Magnet, that has no one inside of him.
Not only that, but he's not a banding based off of any of the games. I mean, well,
Yeah,
there is one, but that's a
yeah. There's a
grabber.
spider,
Yeah,
but
there's
that's
the
not like
yeah,
this
that's the
guy.
yeah, I think it's called grabber from Sonic 2 Chemical Plant, but it's not
Yeah, I'm
this
gonna
guy.
put a pen in that because this becomes kind of relevant later
Mhm.
in like the later issues in the set. But yeah, he's the first one that doesn't have an animal inside of him.
And these seahorse ones are from well, they're from Oil Ocean, so I don't really know why they're here.
You know.
But
Also, a callback to issue 2, the suit of armor is back.
yep,
Damn, Romane really wants to put a Tails in armor suit.
I want to dress
It
up the
was like
fox.
it was in last issue 2, last issue, this issue. He really wants Tails. He was like, "You're gonna get in my armor, Tails."
I don't know. Maybe he thinks that Tails is the secret to get to Sonic, but probably any other version but this one.
Yep. Oh god, the perspective of the wrecking ball when they're in the
Oh,
hallway.
hold on. Now that we entered Labyrinth Zone, can we talk about the absolute lack of Labyrinth Zone?
Yeah, it's just like one big hole.
It's
There's
just
no,
a it's just a dark hallway.
and I can't even tell much because a lot of the background isn't here.
Yeah, it's like what Labyrinth Zone even at this point would have been famous for just how annoying it is. It's like did or what if like what did what was it Wildro Phoenix not I don't know ever get to Labyrinth Zone or what happened?
Maybe he do this purposely hatefully because he's like, God, I hate it, Labyrinth Drone.
Yeah, but I mean
This
like
will
if you
be my fight towards it.
I would believe that if everything else was designed well, but it isn't. It's like the bare minimum. Like he's just like yeah, it's Labyrinth Zone. Believe me, it's underground.
Oh yeah, Sally shows up again. Again, she's gonna be more reoccurring.
Yep, I mentioned that earlier.
Uh, oh yeah, but no, she shows up again, and she's back to being like a normal animal shape than the anthropomorphism. Also, that scene in issue 3 with the spike pit. I thought that cow kid was gonna die. I was about, but you
Yeah,
see him
like
later. I was like,
yeah, I thought like Sonic tripped him up or something. Like hey,
I thought that cow kid was. Yeah, the lion is underneath that cow. Oh my god, Sonic nearly killed that cow kid.
hey kid, I need more burgers. I need more meat for my burgers.
That's true. He eats meat. So does Sonic eat the other end?
You know what? That's a good question. Oh, the following page, when everything gets flooded, the wall in the background on the final panel on the bottom on the next page is the only resemblance of Labyrinth Zone.
Yeah, because there's a lot of blank background with just solid colors in this.
Yeah, this is the only part that is actually designed from something from Labyrinth Zone. Other than that, nope. It's not even the right color.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, also when the Octobot's holding up Tails, looks like Tails doll.
Let me see. Which? Oh yeah,
Um, yeah, looks
yeah,
like the
yeah, yeah.
Tails doll.
When Tails has just gone limp in his hand.
Yep.
That's
But yeah,
that's weird.
so
But
yeah, you see,
yeah, it's
it's not great.
no, it
It's not.
isn't. And the final page. Holy shit, the final page. The only good thing is the fire, and even then it looks like an explosion more than a fire.
Yeah,
And
Sonic lit this guy. Other Sonic was like, "Oh, there's no person in here. I could destroy you with no remorse."
yeah, it's like, dude, what the fuck? It's like you kind of feel bad now. But
Also, crazy. Also, Sonic knows how to use that suit's weapon systems, despite never seeing it a day in his life.
well, hold on. To be fair, he's already seen it 3 times. Maybe he's just fed up and probably learned it.
Wait, no, this the second one was different. Maybe Sonic's just maybe Sonic's just smart in this.
Maybe. Um, but the last panel, like, it just shows his head eating a hot dog. That's it.
Got it. Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, he really just gave up at the end. Like, you couldn't draw the rest of Sonic, like, or the
All right.
background.
I've seen this. To be honest, I've seen this in comic. It's supposed to be like a little metaphor sent off, not metaphor, but like representative sent off. So I've seen other people do this type of thing with other characters, like Spider-Man's face at the end. Some people would just have Spider-Man's head at the end when he says something.
Yeah, but it's a
So
lot
I've
more
seen other.
I know what you're talking about, but it's a lot more meaningful. This is Sonic. Just saying, hey, that was just the
Oh,
first course, kid. Like,
that's true.
there's no moral here. There's no like deeper meaning. It's just Sonic saying, "Hey, I still have a lot to eat." Da 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 da
I
da
feel like
da.
also not a chili dog, as
Nope.
we as, as we're gonna come to know. Sonic loves the chili dog. But yeah, the art. This is out of all the issues. This is the roughest art.
Oh god,
He
yeah.
really did. Oh god.
I don't got. I
Uh,
mean, I don't have anything else to say. What about
Let me
you?
look at my notes. No, all I had was
All,
not Sonic.
all you have is just one line that says, "Oh god, the art."
Sonic Continuing Con Tails, Pixel Brain, Full Robot, a Prime Badnik. That's what Arachnid called himself.
Oh, I called it a pure badnik. I mean, it really doesn't really mean anything.
The term is never used again, from what I read.
Yeah.
It is so yeah. Besides the whole like pure robot thing, this issue really. Oh yeah, Sonic has a lot more attitude. This issue, his attitude went up.
Yeah, and it's just something that kind of just keeps ramping up until a certain point. I know that he simmers down a bit, but holy shit, that's gonna keep going. It's gonna keep going. I hope you like
Yeah,
this. I hope you can put up with some bitchy with a bitchy attitude because that's what Sonic is in this one.
yeah. All right, let's get it. We've ragged on it enough.
Yeah. So synopsis. I'm sorry, summary for issue 6. First things first, we got Sonic back.
Oh yeah, what we thought about this issue? It was all right. A little down because of the art.
I mean, yeah, I think we got that across pretty well. Um.
Yeah,
Anyways, issue 6. We're back with Sonic as the cover for this one. I
not
mean,
that great.
looking at the Sonic, I kind of wish we went back to not having Sonic as a cover.
Yeah, not that great. That arm, the legs. I like the TV breaking effect.
Yeah, but like, what is up with his foot? The one in the foreground. Like, what the hell is up with that? Like, it doesn't look like it's coming. It
Look like a foot at all.
looks. I mean, like, look at his leg on it. Like, it looks like it's broken. Like, it doesn't connect to the same line as the foot.
Yeah.
Holy shit! And
Where's his ankle?
yeah, and then his arm in the background. That's oh, it's rough.
Yeah. Not the best. Even compared to the cover she was on, not the best.
Yep. Who drew this? Woodrow Phoenix?
No. You mean the interior? No, I don't know who drew the cover actually.
Yeah. Yeah, anyways, oh, this is by far probably my favorite artwork of what we read so far, but I'll get back to that later. Right now, we're in issue 6, Attack of the Death Egg. So, Tails points out an interesting thing about the computer. I'm not going to bring mention to it because we'll talk about that later. But turns out the Death Egg is still active. Not active, but It's beaten down and destroyed, but it's on a crash course for Emerald Hill. So Sonic and Tails rush to the tornado to set it off to cut it off. They head for the Wing Fortress zone. Sonic takes place in there, defeats everything, takes the spaceship that Robotnik used to hijack his way up to the Death Egg. The first go around, Sonic and Tails land, and they meet the last remains of the Silver Sonic that's there. It's barely working after his first encounter, but it's still there. Sonic easily dispatches it, and at the headquarters or the command center of the Death Egg, Sonic is going to redirect it into the ocean. He gets Tails into an escape pod. Tails escapes, and Tails, thinking that Sonic has died, starts to mourn for him. Meanwhile, but Sonic has escaped as well, is sitting on top of the escape pod. They both share a moment together, and they float off into the sunset. So that's the summary. Basically, so in other words, the Death Egg is still around, gonna crash into Emerald Hill. Sonic Tails goes and stops it, crashes it into the ocean. Everyone goes home happy. First things first. Like I said, I love the art in this one. This is a nice compromise from the Western look and the Japanese look. Tails' design here is really good. Sonic does have some funky poses every once in a while, but a lot of the poses for Sonic and Tails are pretty good. I just really like this design of Sonic. It's really nice.
I like the characters, but a lot of the backgrounds for me were kind of flat, and the composition was kind of flat.
I would agree. Listen, after last issue, anything's better.
Yeah, it's an improvement, no doubt. But it's
It's
an
just
improvement,
like,
no
come on,
doubt.
this is a fucking Mona Lisa compared to whatever that was.
Yeah. Uh,
But
I
yeah, I
just feel
will.
like something's a little flat.
Yeah, it's a very, how do I say, clean. Like it's very clean. It's not. It isn't. And I can't tell if that's because like it's a workshop, but like up in the sky or and even when they're taking off, the mountains in the background could have been detailed a
It's
lot better.
very doesn't really have any detail. And then when you get to the actual like flying wing fortress, it's like just a flat,
Yeah,
just
which
geometric.
yeah, which is fair because that's actually how it, because there's actually no concept art of Wing Fortress. That's the layout
Really,
for that's the layout from the game.
really, no concept art.
Yeah, the closest you'll get to it is if like in Sky Chase Zone where it flies right past you. That's like the bare minimum you're gonna get from how it looks. It's
But
not
yeah,
until
when you
later
get
that it's not until later that it's actually given a design that people are familiar with. But no, like Wing Fortress does not have a concrete concept art design.
yeah, I say you could have added some dimensionality to it, especially when you get inside of it and like you see like you see the ship next to it, which is an X-wing from Star Wars.
Again, yeah. They added yeah, it's just flat out the fucking X-wing, huh? I just noticed that
Yeah,
from the side view. You don't notice that at all because like that's how it looks like. A lot of the a lot of the design and stuff is taken straight from the game. Um,
yeah, like the Supersonic. It's just the Supersonic in the artwork.
yeah. Sheesh, it's still not very good. Like the Silver Sonic design fucking sucks. Like it's
Hey,
pretty lazy.
as a little kid, that shit was
No.
when I
I'm
got to
saying
that finale.
no. I'm not talking about from the actual game. I'm talking about in this. It's pretty lazy.
Yeah. It's not the like I said, the flatness to it. And maybe this flat because it's trying to emulate the game feel because the 2D game.
Maybe, or if it's trying to emulate the the cover art for the Japanese and European artworks because those were pretty
Yep.
flat.
Also, Sonic kicks his head off. That's something he's gonna do to a few Metal Sonics.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. His strongest technically his strongest feature would be his legs. So
Yep. On to some story elements because this introduces a lot actually, and it's written by Nigel Kitchen.
mhm. As early as one of
Um,
the first panel.
yep, we see Kentabor's lab for the first time. So this lab introduces the idea of Dr. Kentavor, and that he was who Robotnik was from
Yep.
Sonic's opening thing, and also the Kentavor hologram, which will matter later.
Yep. Other than that, I mean, we get introduced to the tornado in this one. We actually see that there's more than one tornado. So, uh,
Yeah, yeah,
so
we
much for
introduced the Tails plane.
yep. So,
Yeah.
so much for the Sonic's personal plane.
Also, they apparently Sonic's base is in Kentavor's lab,
Hmm.
former lab. That's where they keep all their stuff.
Yep.
Uh,
Um,
let me
the
look what else.
the
Emerald Hill is mentioned.
the Wing
We see Wing
Fortress
Fortress.
Wing Fortress isn't destroyed, so it comes back later, I think, right?
Yeah, apparently they abandoned it.
Hmm.
It's, we see we see the little Batnik that shoots the thing over there. Also, Sonic didn't like jump on him and free that guy.
Yeah, he just left him alone.
Just be there forever. At first, that guy's thinking, "Oh God, Sonic, he's gonna free." Just leaves.
It's like, what if that was the only Badnik he left?
Just like that guy inside's like, "Oh, thank you, Sonic. I've been up here trapped, but now my freedom is bye." Darn.
And that's how the metallic started. No,
That guy like, I'll swear my revenge.
yeah. Oh man, can we talk about the Death Egg? It's
It got this. It got wrecked in this.
oh
It
no,
didn't blow up.
yeah, but it was just I don't.
Not the same
No, it's
at
not.
all.
Listen, I don't know if it was like for copyright reasons why they didn't bother trying to replicate the Death Egg, but you copied an X-wing, might as well
Yeah,
go
I
the
guess.
whole 9 yards.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the death bag at all.
I mean, that's something that Archie does later too. I mean, that Archie does too, where they just make the Death Egg into an egg-shaped orbital weapon instead of just like what everyone fucking knows what it is.
Hey, come on, guys. We think we've long accepted. We long accept that it's a freaking Star Wars reference. You put the X ring in it. I don't think George Lucas is looking over these British comics for suing.
They've used it multiple times. They used it in Sonic 4 and they've used it in Generations. Like, come on. You
But yeah,
can't
the death egg is here, and it crashes in the water in this. So this is gonna like matter later when we come back.
I'm surprised there is no repercussions. Like no, I mean like a tsunami considering the Death Egg is massive.
Yep. Maybe it just crashed somewhere too far away where there's no land around. We don't know the geography of this world.
I guess. But it's a pretty simple story. It's to show that the event. I mean, what really shows from this is that the events of Sonic 2 happened already. So this is the aftermath from it.
Sonic
Um,
2's adventure has already happened,
yep,
confirming that yes, this was. It kind of has like that play the game feeling, so they're confirming that yes, this has happened. This is what we experienced already.
yeah, and it gets pretty blatant with the Silver Sonic, where
It has some callbacks like that mission, like that weird like the room that you face in Sonic 2. All
mhm.
that.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
there's a little spot like a little authors in on the corner where it just says, "See," where Sonic says, "I thought I trashed him last time I was here," and it's like a little asterisk, and it's like, "See this happened in the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 game," and it's like, okay,
wait, it says Megaroid.
yeah,
Droid. Mega Droid. Is that what they're calling Silver Sonic in this?
no, Megadroid, no, the dash slash Megadroid is who said it.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So I think it was either an editor or something, or someone who's going by that nickname.
Oh, okay. But yeah, quick, simple story. It introduces Kentavor, which is gonna matter later.
Hmm.
All right. Do you want to go
So
to the next one?
yeah, next issue.
All right. Next
Next up,
issue.
we got Streets of Rage as the cover.
Rage.
not Sonic, and I don't like the only normal person here that looks well normal is
Kind of Blaze, I guess.
kind
No,
kind
Max maybe.
Max maybe.
Uh, Alex, not so much. We're not a Streets of Rage thing. This is Sonic here.
Yeah, and then Alex fucking it's like he'll see me in my nightmares. Um Meanwhile, so we are here we go. Richard Elson. He is well known. He establishes himself pretty well into this series that he's like the kind of like the first thing you think of when you think of Sonic the comic in terms of art style.
Drew this? Or Dustin
Richard
drew this?
Richard Elson.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The
So,
main. He's gonna be the main guy you think of.
yep. So, issue 7, it's called Supersonic. Sonic and Tails are flying over the Oil Ocean zone, and it turns out they are there to help stop a fire stop a fire from going on. Sonic goes off and uses a I'm gonna use what the official game calls it, the blue tornado, to extinguish the fire. And with that out of the way, Sonic is there to also guide the workers to safely shut down all the traps in the oil ocean zone, so they can claim it. I mean, so they can rehabilitate it and claim it. But Sonic is soon attacked by an Aquas. I think that's what they're actually called, an Aquas.
Yeah.
The
Also,
seahorse.
we've been seeing Aquas a lot in these. Just noticing.
Yeah, but at least this one's colored correctly. The other one was colored red. But an
Yeah.
Aquas shows up, fires Sonic in the back, and starts attacking Sonic and throws him into the oil. Next thing he knows is that he starts chasing him, and he catches Sonic covered up to his knees in oil and lights it up. So, Tails and one of the workers look on in absolute horror, thinking that Sonic's finished, until there's an explosion. Sonic, in his super form, rages out and attacks the Aquas and easily dispatches it, and actually sets his sights on the captured animal that was inside. But Tails intervenes, and Sonic is able to calm himself down and revert out of his super form. Sonic continues to help the worker. Sonic goes off and is willing to help the worker secure Oil Ocean Zone, and that's where it ends.
So this is an important issue for the series.
Oh yeah, this is oi. It doesn't seem like much, but you think man, Supersonic is
Their
yeah
version
yeah this
is a little
version
different.
yeah, which is funny because later on you'll see that it's not always like this. Like the first time Sonic went Super was something we're more familiar with, but every time afterwards it's different. It's weird, but
But yeah, this. I always interpret Fleetway Supersonic as almost like an avatar of the player who just wants to ram through everything and get past the level.
I mean that honestly might be it because that actually sounds pretty right because when you have all that power, you have invincibility, you're pretty reckless. You move
Like
around
I
as
want to just get through this level and finish. I want to fight.
yeah, and instead of seeing it as like a ultra power up that can that makes things that makes you seem like an unstoppable god. You see it as more of a power hungry kind of thing where you're picking up rings when you have to, but you're pretty much just burning through everything else because you don't need to worry about it. Unlike in the normal game where you're still moving fast, but you're also cautious of what you're doing. It's that's not a bad take. That's actually that
Yeah,
sounds it could be an avatar for that kind of thing.
yeah. Also, Tails references this before, so this happened in their Sonic 2 adventure that we didn't see.
Yeah, which is I think it's seen in a flashback when they talk about the radiation from the emeralds.
Yeah, but as far as right now,
Yeah,
we Tails
we have no idea.
references this a thing. As far as the person reading this, they probably assume so. Like the game,
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah. Also, Tails says in this, I've only ever seen this happen to Sonic once before when he absorbed too many Morbius rings.
Yeah, so it's not so much from Chaos Emeralds. So that's already quite a few. That's a massive difference already from the normal Supersonic.
Um,
This one doesn't really need Chaos Emeralds. It's a mutation from ring energy or chaos energy, whatever this word
well,
wants to use it.
I know what it is, but yeah, right now it's ring energy, and also Sonic doesn't need to have the emeralds on him to turn.
Mhm. It's like a long term exposure kind of thing. He's already done it, so it's kind of stuck with him now.
Yeah, he can
Um,
snap out of it. He can
mhm.
snap into it if he's not careful. Oh, it even says at the end, I guess it must be from all the ring energy I've absorbed over the years. When I was in that tight spot back there, I somehow tapped into that energy and changed. So he tapped into his own energy. So the energy's already in there. So he could just tap into it.
Yeah. What's funny is that what's interesting is that you see that Supersonic is running out of the flames, and as soon as he shows up, but he's later shown flying. So it's
Yeah, the
weird because
Supersonic can fly.
yeah, he could. I mean, every iteration for Supersonic can fly. But it's weird seeing
Oh
him
yeah, you're
run.
right.
It's weird seeing him run. That's the thing. Supersonic, like in any other media, like never really runs, except for Archie. In issue
Wait,
4,
in Sonic 2, doesn't he? Don't you run in Sonic 2, or am I just remembering wrong?
he does a little jog and then immediately flies.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But in Archie, he does run and then he starts flying again. So I don't really know. I don't know. It's weird seeing Supersonic with the little spinny feet. So
Yep. Oh, but yeah, this Supersonic a lot more don't care, and he just wants to finish his enemies and or
mhm.
anyone.
Yeah, he has a complete disregard for people. Even to the point where he just started trying to attack the innocent rabbit that was inside, even though he clearly
When
had
he
nothing to
saw,
do with it.
and when Tails showed up, he says like, "I don't care. You have a friend." And almost like he didn't recognize him,
Hmm.
and he didn't remember him. And he also has like Sonic, and this can be consistent. He has like whirly eyes when he turns into it.
Yeah, which is supposed to be like a telltale sign from like in terms of designs, it's supposed to be a sign that shows that someone's completely not there or completely out of it. But in this case, that's a trait that's going to be dedicated only to Supersonic.
I mean, the plot important character Red. Red's gonna matter a lot.
Hmm.
He's technically the second main character.
Which is funny
He
because
only show he only shows up this one issue. I'm just kidding.
which is
Nah, he
funny
never mattered.
because it's funny because like look at his design compared to Sonic. He is
Human, very
yeah
human.
yeah, and you'll see that a lot too, where it's just there's no
Animal heads with human bodies.
yeah there's like very little actual Sonic design in these things. Like the closest you'll get is the animal buddies, but like, do the animal buddies grow up into red or what?
Yeah,
Or
this.
is
Well, later on, I'm just gonna say this. They're gonna start to do this a lot with the animal people, where they're starting to make them more furries or like animal, like people with like
oh I know
human animal hybrid.
yeah yeah the best example
So
is
if you
like
interpret it like that,
I mean yeah, but Sonic doesn't
everyone
change.
except for Sonic who doesn't, Sonic and Tails who just stays like this,
Mm-hmm.
and Amy
And Amy and Knuckles.
and Knuckles.
Um,
By the way, Sonic does his Sonic Cyclone, which before he does it in Sonic Heroes,
Blue Tornado. That's what's called.
Blue Tornado before Sonic Heroes.
Yep, which is pretty good. I do like the effects that they have of Supersonic, where they have electricity crackling around him.
Oh yeah, it looks
Um,
really nice.
it's weird because like he doesn't. Okay, so another telltale sign of Supersonic is that he always has his quills up, or at least the ones on his side up, but all of them are down, and it's kind of weird.
It actually gets brought up later.
Hmm.
Like they mention that change later.
Okay. Um. So oh
I
yeah.
like the energy.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
like the energy around him. It's very Dragon Balls. I don't know if anyone here is actually anyone who wrote this actually watched it, but it's very Dragon Ball Z. The energy crackling around him, which is
Maybe.
where Supersonic came from.
Yeah.
Maybe.
maybe because let me see. This is like early '90s. Dragon Ball Z would have been airing the
Oh,
Super
this is
Saiyan.
Japan,
Well, this I know, but for the British comics. Um,
but I don't know when Britain got to it.
yeah, I know the U.S. aired when Super Saiyan Goku first appeared. It was like 894, 95. So it was
Yeah,
after.
before this, because the comics before that, because this is '93.
Mhm. So
So
yeah, but the thing is, in the U.S., when that aired, it was much later than compared to like Japan, because in Japan, obviously,
yeah,
it aired earlier. But yeah. Oh, another thing that Richard Elson is well known for, and it's part of the design, but I hate it, is that it's clear that Sonic has like a mohawk look to him, no matter how you look at him. But
also
in the second to last panel on the last page, his quills are split up into threes, and it pisses me off
yeah,
because
it's really weird.
you can't tell that from a profile.
Yeah, it is very weird.
Yeah,
Also,
and
he
that
has the permanent scowl.
yep, but it's not as
That
bad as it will be later.
yeah, that the ever showing scowl that British Sonic will have.
Mhm.
But
But yeah,
speaking of the art's really great here.
oh
Probably
yeah,
the best art so far.
oh yeah, it's detailed, nice action, composition. Love the
Colors
shading.
are great.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
love how everything's shaded when things are too close to the fire. So like there's a lot of like a drastic dark shading for it.
Yep. Also, this Badnik was the closest to killing Sonic that
Yep.
anyone's gotten so far. If
There's
he
also
didn't know if Supersonic never happened, he would have won.
That's probably the only Badnik that ever felt true fear.
Yeah, if he
Cause that
would have won and defeated Sonic if he wasn't for the super form.
yeah, but
Oh, oh
yeah, I
yeah,
don't.
Orioles. Yeah, oh yeah. Oil Ocean first appearance.
Yep, nicely designed. Looks like how it is in the game.
But
Like
apparently, according to this, Robotnik was kicked out of here.
yeah, I don't really have anything
Also,
else to say about that. Do you?
oh wait, also a little lore thing. First example of like Morbian's society having more like before. So far, we've only seen like the little animal people. This is the first appearance of Morbian's society having technology.
Because at this
Think
point
about it.
we've only seen Sonic and Tails just meander around, and even then, the most technology we've seen is the biplane, but
In the
that's about it,
shower,
and the shower, but that's about it. But
but like
spoiler, go ahead.
we see like suits and like fire hydrants, and they're trying to detrap it. This is like the idea that they have like a society.
Yeah, which means it's a functioning world that's actively fighting against Robotnik rather than fighting against technology.
Yep. All
But
right.
I don't
Oh,
really have
another
anything else.
rabbit.
Yep, another
Another
rabbit.
rabbit.
Completely has
Not
nothing to
Johnny.
do with it. Yep, completely has nothing to do
All
with
right.
it. Man, this comic sure does love rabbits. I wonder.
Yeah, we see that. We see it a lot. I think one of the wikis even like retro actually said Johnny Light. I'm like, that's not Johnny Light. I don't think it's just a rabbit again.
I think it's just a random rabbit, unless it's the same rabbit that's just constantly getting captured.
Plus, Johnny's just really sloppy lately. It's like, Johnny, you're a freedom fighter leader. Don't think you must have gotten better.
I mean, yeah, but issue 8.
Yeah,
This
issue eight
is
cover.
cover. It's good.
It's
I mean,
shocking. It- It's
yeah,
shocking. It gets your attention. You're like, what is this?
it's like, hey, what's this? It looks Sonic, but it ain't Sonic. What the fuck? Who's this
Yeah,
blue rat? I mean, who's this brown rat with some weird as hell sneakers? This ain't my Sonic. But yeah, this is, as the title says, this is the origin of Sonic. I love the
British
little
comics.
yes, I love the little what is it um the little lettering. Why is he so brown? How did he change? Who turned him blue? What has
Yeah,
happened to
really
Sonic?
comic booky. I really like it.
Yep. Once again, we are back with Richard
Nigel
Elson.
and Nigel Kitchen. This team's gonna stick together for a while. So
Yep.
remember these names. They're gonna be around for a while.
This isn't just the origin of Sonic. This is the origin of these two guys that are gonna carry most of this comic. Um, but we're back with Richard Elson. So how we start off, it's called The Origin of Sonic. Dun, da, da, da. So basically, what happens is that Sonic is building up energy to activate a star post, and Tails, Porker Lewis, that's his name now, that we saw in the first issue, as well as Johnny Lightfoot. The
First
rabbit is,
official appearance.
yep, we were given the name for the rabbit, and its name is Johnny Lightfoot, which we may have or may not have seen a couple times already. So they burst into the star post, and they end up in the special stage. And they traverse through a special stage, get to the end. There, Sonic makes a comment that there was a Chaos Emerald here, but now it's gone. Might have picked it up. Who knows? Um, but what they see at the end is the Omni Viewer, and apparently Sonic's good buddies with him. So Sonic with the Omni Viewer, he's asking him to, hey, can you show my buddies here how the origin of me, like how Sonic came to be instead of just being a normal hedgehog? And as we see that Sonic has snuck into a lab, a mysterious lab, and the lab was owned by Mr. Dr. Kintabor. And Kintabor and Sonic, and Kintabor is awfully friendly to Sonic, and Sonic is wondering like what. Uh, well, I mean, I'm looking at my notes here. Sonic just straight up broke into his place and kind of starts giving him an attitude. Uh, Sonic's not. I mean, like
That
yeah, Kintabor didn't do anything wrong. Sonic's not confronting him or anything. Sonic just broke into
just
his
wondered
house.
about it.
Yeah. So Kintabor shows off that he's made this brilliant machine using the 6 Chaos Emeralds. And a machine that has the 6 Chaos Emeralds, and it's powered by the gold rings of Mobius to absorb all the evil in the world. Quite an ambitious plot. But it's incomplete and extremely unstable without the 7th Chaos Emerald. So, so as he expresses that, he decides to do some experiments on Sonic. Sonic is happy to oblige him. They started becoming friends. And Kintabor ends up testing Sonic's speed, hands him his power sneakers that we are very well familiar with, that won't burn out. And Sonic starts doing some tests for Kintabor. Starts running on this treadmill, and Sonic is building up speed faster and faster and faster. And Sonic breaks the sound barrier. And because Sonic broke the sound barrier, he ended up his quills started to fuse together, and he turned into the color. His quills ended up becoming the color blue, and he ended up becoming the Sonic that we are familiar with today. Kintabor and Sonic ended up becoming really close after that, and it wasn't until an accident with a rotten egg
Funny
that Kint.
accident to be to not to be no, yeah, pretty funny accident to be
Oh,
honest.
yeah, it's well, we learned later that it's less of an accident, but that's not the point.
Yeah,
But Kintabor ends up tripping over a wire after he tries to. Well, he's gonna eat a rotten egg. He was gonna eat it. He didn't. He wasn't gonna throw it away. He was gonna eat it,
yeah,
which is
pretty
already.
weird kind of horror.
Yeah, so either way, he, you know what? Who knows? Maybe this wire would have saved him. Might have saved him because that probably would have killed him. But he was gonna eat the rotten egg. He trips over the wire, and because of that, he crashes into his keyboard and sets off an explosion with the Chaos Emeralds. And with them absorbing most of the evil, along with the rotten egg, all of that got transferred into Kintabor, making the most evil and egg-shaped man in existence. His name tag has been switched around and destroyed, and he is now known as Dr. Ivo Robotnik.
Also gives
Robotnik.
him a lot of also gives him the egg puns. That
Yep.
explains it.
That explains his egg puns. Turns out, though, at the end of this story, the Omniviewer was actually controlled by Robotnik, and Robotnik has taken over the special stage zone or the special zone. So the Omniviewer is forced to get rid of Sonic and his buddies, and it looks like Robotnik has won. So
So
thoughts?
yeah,
Let's start off with let's start
very
off.
major issue.
Yep, it's this is kind of a Kickstarter for how now we're starting to get a story here. First things first, let's
How
start about.
divergent it is from a lot of things.
Yeah, there's a lot more, how do I say, weight compared to the earlier issues to this one.
Yeah. So yeah, the special zone. We see it for the second time here,
Yeah,
but we get like a little bit more of an idea of it.
and we learned that there are multiple ways for entering the special zone. Sonic has used a signpost in this one, while in the previous one he used the giant special ring at the end.
And also, like all this, according to this, all of like the special zone stuff are just part of the same dimension. At least is what
Hmm.
I'm getting.
Yeah, which is a familiar idea that other continuities do use, especially Archie.
Yeah. Oh, we're introduced to the Omni Viewer. He's a
That
pretty
is,
major character in this comic.
yep, he's pretty major.
Here's something I'm gonna wonder. Here's something you're gonna wonder. So we're gonna say the Omni Viewer is pretty powerful.
Well, it's called the Omni
Yes.
Viewer.
But you're gonna be really thinking, how did Eggman wuss him out so much later? You see how powerful he is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dang, Eggman in this, power levels. British Eggman being an omnipotent being. British Eggman comic, too powerful. All right, but enough jokes about that. We meet the Omni Viewer, and he's good friends with Sonic.
Yeah,
Also, this crew, Johnny. Also, we've established the crew, which I'm gonna say this is gonna be the crew for most of the comic. Porky Lewis, Johnny, Tails, and Sonic. This is gonna be the main crew with Amy later.
yep. Um, let's
Right now,
let's
they're rocking their. They still look very much like animals.
yeah, they're still rocking their more cartoony design. Um,
Yeah, cartoony animal design than what
ye-
they're gonna look later.
yep. Uh, oh, art.
So
I
yeah,
mean,
art
art wise,
beautiful.
it is great. Once again, we love the effects. Um, I still run into the fucking, why is it
Three
when
figs that you
the
hate so much.
the three quills that whenever Sonic turns around, it's like, why is it there? You cannot tell that he has like three layers from any other direction except from his back. So what the hell? I'd rather just take it as a mohawk. Um,
You got
even when
three.
he's even when he's front facing, you can't tell. What the hell?
No, that's just how it is. Three fins. We Yep, we got that. Art wise, besides that, it's pretty great.
Yeah, it's
We
again.
get old Sonic's design. We got the Sonic design for this, which actually the Kind of origin was in the Sonic Bible.
Mhm.
But yeah, we got Sonic's like quills in this. I like before Sonic's design. It's a lot more like a hedgehog.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty good. Like it's not bad or anything. It's just it's definitely a hedgehog.
Re-evolved form is his proto form.
Yeah,
All right, let's get into like the major stuff. Chaos Emeralds work very differently in this world.
yeah. They as Kintabor says, they have radiation.
I'm not. The game it doesn't name it now, but later on they call it chaos radiation.
Hmm.
And also they have all the evil in the world in them. Very different from what they are in the game.
No, no, no.
In the,
He's transferring all the evil in the
yeah,
world
he's
into them.
transferring it. He's transferring, but they have evil energy in them,
Yeah,
which explains why Supersonic,
is
or like,
uncontrollable.
it's fair in the game where Chaos Emeralds is presented more like good
Well, not even good. They're more neutral. Like they're not.
or neutral.
Yeah, they just act on whoever uses them. But here it's very obvious that they actually have radiation, so it can kill you, and B, uh, it's inherently evil now. So
Well, they
how?
weren't inherently. It's just Kintabor put in.
Well,
He
now
was
they
trying to
are.
put in all the evil.
Well, now
Yeah.
they're inherently evil. That's the difference.
Yep. Also, he only found Make note of this. There is a seventh, but we don't see it this issue. That's gonna matter later. We only see the first six, like in Sonic One.
Yep.
Also, they're all green in this issue,
And they're all
which is
cut.
also they're all
What?
cut differently than what we're gonna see later. They look like time stones.
I was gonna say the design of how they're cut is from Sonic 2.
Yeah, Sonic 2 I meant. With their
Yeah.
designs, which later on reminds me of the time stones or Blaze's soul emeralds. Wait, no, they're a little more square.
Yeah, they're square.
Yep. They're all green, which is something you also see in Archie for a
Hmm.
while, where the emeralds are mostly green.
Yep. Either Archie or I don't know Sonic Spinball if you're into that.
Yep.
Those were
Where they're mostly green.
well in Sonic Spinball they were blue and there were 16 emeralds.
Yep. Hey, in Archie there's a lot more, but still.
I mean, up until a certain point.
But yeah. So so in this we see Kentovore, who we introduced to Kentovore, who is what Robotnik was before.
Mhm. It's
He was a good
Doctor Ovi Kintabor.
OV Kentovore. He's a nice guy. We're gonna see a little. We're gonna learn more about him later, but so far he seems like he's a nice guy. You can see him and Sonic build a little friendship.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was more surprised that Sonic appeared rather than just telling him to leave. In fact, he just let him stay. So he was pretty. He was a pretty chill guy. And even Sonic, this attitude-filled version of Sonic, he says that Kintabor was a pretty okay guy.
So I love an idiot's guide to quantum physics.
Yep.
Sonic was like, I want to learn some stuff.
Can I make a black hole?
Yep. Also, Sonic was calling himself the fastest thing in the world even before the shoes, those other shoes. So I assume he could move fast before him.
Yeah, yeah. With him saying that, it's probably safe to say that he already had his speed. The shoes just didn't wear out. That was the difference.
Yep, and the explosion somehow fused his quills together in a fin shape and made his fur, for some reason, blue.
For some reason,
I don't
it
know how
gave
that works.
yeah, it also gave his quills the ability to look like one layer on one side, except for the back where it's three layers.
Yep, yep. It's all the supersonic energy. Also, I like this issue. We see an explosion makes both Sonic and Robotnik.
Yep.
So Kentavor's hilarious origin. I love it. It's so goofy. He trips on a wire with an egg, and that's how Robotnik's made.
Yeah, you think that would be a bit more important? Like, hey, maybe you shouldn't have all these wires laying around.
It's so funny when later, when the comic gets dramatic, this tragedy that happened from the goofiest stuff.
Yeah, like later on, I'm pretty sure Robotnik does some pretty awful things, and then you just remember that this is the cause of it, and you're just like, kind of loses a lot of the menace.
I love that the bad egg. No, I know. I just find funny that the bag is the bad egg. The badness of the. So if he had a good, like a healthy, good egg, would Robotnik be good? Would the evil energy cancel that out?
No, he would still no if he no. I feel like the egg just contributed to his body shape and the puns. I feel like he'll still make puns, but he will just be a healthier physique, but still be a very evil person. Because remember, the evil is still in the
Be like
Chaos Emeralds.
muscular. He'll come out of this just like muscular.
Yeah, very with a full head of hair.
So in this world, I guess Maria and everyone else is just like, I never got to that point yet. So I guess Maria and everyone else is normal looking.
We could assume.
We assume. So if we get to Gerald in this, if he looks egg shaped, I'm gonna call bullshit. Did he trip on an egg? I'll be like, did he trip on a wire and go to an egg?
He's like, no, I didn't trip with an egg. I just fused with it. That's the difference. Plus,
If we see if we see him exact day, I'm gonna call bullshit. No, that's not right. He was normal before.
what the fuck? Why is he egg shaped? He's not egg shaped. He's just fat.
Uh,
That's
so that's how Robotnik is made. Um, it's interesting that they with the whole they were friends to begin with.
yeah. That's You would think this would cause more of a conflict for Sonic. That if he's ever in a position to end Robotnik, why he doesn't just end him. But
Yep,
maybe we
because of
will
his
get to that.
friend.
Yeah, maybe we will get to that point. Maybe it's never brought up again. Who's to say?
Yep. Also, Sonic says he was the only one who could get in the special zone. We learn, nope, he wasn't. And Robotnik conquered the whole thing. Also, we learned that Sonic took all the Chaos Emeralds. No, last issue I forgot to mention. Sonic took all the Chaos Emeralds, special zone,
Yeah. So,
and it stored them somewhere else.
yep, he did say that all the emeralds are safely stored away, but we won't find out about
That
that
comes
until
up.
much later.
Yeah, that actually gets mentioned later. So that's a little plot seed that comes in later. Also, we have our first be continued.
Yes.
The
Next, Sonic No More, as the little tagline at the bottom says.
Yeah, we have our first Sonic be continued into the next story,
Yep. But this is where we're
which
gonna
we have.
stop.
Yep. So what do you think of the comics so far?
So far, they're pretty good. I mean, issues one through one through
8.
six. No, 1 through 6. We're pretty by the numbers. They're not bad, but they were pretty by the numbers. Pretty quick little stories to go with their limited pages and stuff like that. But 7 and 8 start showing off a bit more into the world, and it's really starting to get into its own thing. We're already introduced to Richard Elson and Nigel Kurt Kitchen, or how what's his
Oh,
name?
sorry. Something else I noticed. So Robotnik's eyes are just black in this one,
Yeah, they're black with just small white dots. I guess they're supposed to
not
show.
glasses
Yeah, they're not.
that he had.
Yeah, but what was the writer's name? Nigel.
Nigel Kitchen.
Yeah. So this
Is
is
it Kitchen? Yeah, it's Kitchen.
yeah. So this is our introduction to Richard Elson and Nigel Kitchen, two guys that are gonna carry this comic series
Well,
for.
last issue they were there too. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're these last two issues have been their major like grouping.
Hmm.
And it's a good introduction. You can see like they're seeding plot stuff that's gonna matter a lot.
Yeah, thanks to Nigel Kitchen, that we're starting to see a lot more plot heavy stuff that's gonna come in later. But so far, I've liked what I read. Yeah, it's the earlier, like I said, the earlier stuff was pretty by the numbers, pretty corny, but we're starting to get, and now the thing is starting to find its own footing, and now we're starting to get into some original stuff.
This is where the comic really starts going.
Yep, but I've liked what I've read so far, and I look forward to continuing. Um, what about you, Ben? Any thoughts?
Oh, I liked it so far. Just like standard load adventures to start off with. But now we're getting into the more of the plot stuff, and I can't wait to get more into it. Can I? Well, to get well, I'm probably gonna reread it. So yeah, get more into it again.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's a good beginning.
Yeah, it's a pretty good beginning.
But yeah, this has been
Anything?
a good talk.
Yeah, anything else?
Not nothing. Nothing really.
All right.
Um, Next time we'll continue on to the next. I guess we want to do 7 again.
It was 8.
8. Want to do 8 again?
Yeah. Until they get longer, and then they get longer, then we might have to um
Yeah.
reformat that. But for right now, for these shorter ones, yeah, another 8 should do. So we'll see you for 9 through 17.
Yeah.
No, wait, that's 9 through 16, I think.
Yep.
Wait, no,
Uh,
no, it's 9 through 17. Never mind, my bad.
all right, but all right. Well, I agreed with you, so it's that way. Just kidding. But yeah,
All right, Ben, it's
but
been
yeah,
great. It's been great talking to you about this. I'm glad that we were able to have this, and I look forward to next time.
yeah. I look forward to next time too.
All right. My name is Anthony. This has been my good friend Tom, and
Yep.
we'll see you next time.
Yep. Goodbye.
Bye.